The Avengers will soon be facing off against the mad titan known as Thanos. But aside from sitting down in a space chair, we don't know much about him on the big screen. For those who never read the comics, Thanos seems like a bit of a mystery for now, but rest assured this guy can do more than just sit down. He's immensely powerful and will likely put the Avengers through their biggest test yet. But before we reveal just how sinister Thanos is, why not click on that subscribe button? That way you'll get more videos like this one every day in your playlist. Here's some emojis. Do you think you can tell us what movie they represent? Stay to the end to find out if you were right.
Only major component he still needs is a power source of high energy density.
When did you become an expert in thermonuclear astrophysics?
Last night.
Superhuman intelligence. Despite all the other powers that Thanos possesses, his mind is truly one of his most powerful and most terrifying. It's one thing to be able to rain destruction down on your enemies, but to think tactically and analyze the situation at the same time is far scarier. Thanos' mind is more than just a tactical tool though. His sole ambition in life is to become more powerful, and Thanos' intelligence actively aids him in his quest for more power. With that in mind, he's a master of science and has created technology far superior to those found on Earth. In his point of view, Bruce Banner is smart, but only by human standards. Superior strength. Aside from being a brainiac, Thanos is of course insanely strong. He's so strong in fact that comic book readers have likely not even seen him at his full potential yet. In the comics, Lady Death herself amplified Thanos' strength to supersede even the strongest Eternals. This new strength has granted Thanos the power to smash planets into pieces, and he has bested Thor in the comics, who at the same time is in possession of the power gem. He swatted the Silver Surfer away like a fly and punched away an attacking Hulk. If push comes to shove, he can also boost his power level with cosmic energy. Sounds like things will be worse before they get better for the Avengers.
You didn't see that coming?
Lightning fast speed. When we think of Thanos, we generally think of a rather large purple guy who's quite adept at sitting down in his space chair. But despite his size and his relaxed demeanor so far in the MCU, Thanos is surprisingly quite fast, which makes him that much more dangerous. While he's not Quicksilver fast, he is faster than any athlete on Earth. But it's not just his speed, he also has impressive stamina to allow him to use his speed continuously. His body doesn't produce fatigue toxins, so he can keep going and going. He has excellent balance, and he's roughly as fast as the mightiest Eternal, a species from the comic that are far superior to humans in every way. Teleportation. As if things weren't getting tough enough for even the bravest and strongest of Avengers, Thanos also has to add a teleportation ability. Unlike Nightcrawler, who has to be able to see where he is teleporting to in order to make the jump, Thanos doesn't need visual confirmation. He does this with the help of the mystical transport chair, which can move him so far from his point of origin that it's currently unknown how far he can travel. But it's definitely at a cosmic level. But this power becomes useless without the chair, so the Avengers will have to work hard to take it out.
The humans think us immortal. Should we test that?
Immortality. Oh, so this just keeps getting better and better. Like the Eternals that we've mentioned a few times, Thanos is immortal. This means he's immune to aging and sickness, disease and infections. Furthermore, Thanos' lady friend, Death herself, made him truly immortal at one point by straight up banning him from the realm of death. In the comics, this ban has since been lifted, but at the time, Thanos was truly unstoppable. While we haven't seen Death in the MCU yet, chances are she'll show up as Death is important to Thanos' character arc. Until then, though, Thanos will present quite the challenge in the war to come.
Damn it.
Invulnerability. As if immortality wasn't enough. We covered that he's immune to all sickness and aging, but Thanos has another protective layer working in his favor. Thanks to his eternal background, Thanos is able to take quite a beating in combat and come out unscathed. He's remained unharmed when he attacked by Silver Surfer and has withstood planet-destroying attacks. In his bout with the power gem-wielding Thor, he only received a bloody nose. Furthermore, in the rare instance where he does get injured, he has a healing factor similar to Wolverine's or Deadpool's, which allows for rapid recovery and limb growth. Energy and matter manipulation. Now, so far, Thanos' abilities have been pretty straightforward. They deal with a lot of superhuman strengths and feats of speed and endurance. Couple that with a healing factor, which are found in other heroes, and we have a villain that uses a lot of familiar feats. just all at once. But then there's his magic. Yup, as if things weren't getting too overpowered, Thanos also possesses the ability to manipulate both energy and matter. He can send shockwaves towards his enemies and manipulate atoms to transform. Once, he even turned a Skrull into stone and dished out damage against Galactus. Yikes. Curses. Thanos' magic doesn't just end at matter and energy manipulation though, but those feats of magic have some basis in science, where he can manipulate the laws of physics to his very whim. But then there's supernatural magic, which cannot be explained, and yup, Thanos has demonstrated he has the ability to do this as well. While it's only been shown once, Thanos cursed Deadpool once and granted him the ability of immortality. He did this because Deadpool had a crush on Lady Death, as well as Thanos wasn't just about to let some whack job mercenary get in his way, so he did the one thing that would ensure Deadpool and Death wouldn't meet, and that is to ensure Deadpool can't die. Cruel.
I've lost Shaw.
Telepathy, magic, strength, and speed. Are we missing anything from Thanos' impressive list of powers? Psychic powers, of course. Thanos is actually invulnerable to most forms of psychic attacks, shrugging off attacks from the likes of Moondragon and Mantis, the former of the two being recently added to the Guardians of the Galaxy. He can also mind control beings, as evident by his displays against the Priest of Prama, who went insane and against the Hulk, who was forced to attack his fellow Avengers at Thanos' command. A different Ant-Man, Connor Sims, was also forced to destroy his surroundings. Sounds like bad company for the Avengers in the Infinity Wars. Flight. Despite being granted the ability to teleport, Thanos is still dependent on that chair of his to do it. But if he isn't near his chair, he actually has the ability of flight, because why not at this point, right? Flight is great for two reasons for Thanos. It gets him from point A to point B when the chair isn't nearby, plus it allows him to deal with enemies who are also granted the ability of flight. A useful technique indeed when going up against the likes of Thor and Vision. Thanos has only used this power in his fight against Star-Lord, and we're not sure if he was born with it or learned how to fly yet. That's it for now, everyone. Which superpower do you think is Thanos' most important? Does he have any useless powers? Do you think he's overpowered? And how will the Avengers overcome him in part 2 of the Avengers finale? Let us know in the comments section below. The answer to our emoji quiz is... Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Screen Rant on YouTube so you can stay up to date with our awesome videos. Thanks for watching.